Election Mania. Choice is yours. You can go with President Trump, Kane, and the Undertaker.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey guys, we're here at the Red Carpet Ring. Turnbuckle King here. We're here to talk about Undertaker and Kane appear in TikTok with Donald Trump. They're here to endorse Trump for the upcoming campaign election that will be next month. Let's see what more news is about this here is going on. Kamala Harris. Now, you know we have the upcoming election. We have Trump versus Kamala Harris. Now, I know we don't do a politics thing. I don't touch on that on any of my wrestling channels, but since you have two legends like the Undertaker and Kane, you know, in cahoots with Donald Trump for what they're promoting, I had to tap into this and look into it. I had to look into it. So, but he definitely is using Undertaker and Kane to help people vote for him. And Trump definitely has ties to WWE as well. But we're gonna see what they had to say about this. But they are on their side. On their side. So we're gonna see about it. But this was actually earlier today. So let's see what else they have to say regarding this. It says here, let's read it. I'll read the whole thing right here, guys. So everybody can see it. It says Donald Trump has tagged the WWE legends, The Undertaker and Kane, as he bids to defeat Kamala Harris in next month's presidential election. The Undertaker and Kane appeared in Trump's latest video on TikTok to endorse the Republican leader while also firing, you know what, at Harris and ex-WWE star Dave Bautista. Wow, I forgot Bautista is on Kamala Harris' side. Bautista, come on, man. Come on, Bautista. Anyway, all right, everyone. Callaway says a clip, November 5th, election time, election mania. The choice is yours. You can go with President Trump, Kane, the Undertaker, or you can take Kamala Harris, Dave Bautista, and the Democratic nominee for Vice President, Tim Watts. Choose wisely. The nation depends on it. Trump then adds it in the video, and that should be an easy choice. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Yes, Undertaker, Kane are GOATs. Hulk Hogan is the GOAT. The GOAT is his biggest supporter. Yeah, he's against Kamala too. Let's see what they have to say about this whole thing.
Election Mania. Choice is yours. You can go with President Trump, Kane, and the Undertaker, or you can take Kamala Harris, Dave Bautista, and Tim Walz. Choose wisely. The nation depends on it.
And that should be an easy choice.
So that is the TikTok that Donald Trump shared with legends Undertaker and Kane. They are saying go vote for Trump. Do not vote for Kamala Harris, who has Dave Bautista and Democratic nominee Vice President Tim Walz. So this was current news. This is very, very interesting. You got Bautista and Kamala Harris on one side, and you got Undertaker and Kane on the other side. That's going to be very interesting, guys. What do you guys think of this right now? I mean, should Undertaker and Kane have gotten involved in this whole bidding war for voting, or should they mind their own business? But you know what? They're using this clearly, guys, to gain more voters because people who follow Undertaker and Kane, which I'm sure a majority of us do, they will go, if they were to vote, they will go for Donald Trump. However, if you're Kamala Harris, if you're a Bautista fan, the ones who do follow Bautista probably will go with Kamala Harris. But this is very interesting to see. This is very interesting to see. This is the news going on. Now, I know that this pretty much is trending on TikTok right now. I don't know how many views it has per se. But I know it has a good, I'm pretty sure it's creating some buzz around in the presidential election coming up. Definitely creating that as well. Let's not forget about that. But I never seen Undertaker and Kane. Well, you know what? Kane is the mayor of Tennessee. We gotta forget about that too. Kane is in politics, so Kane, I'm not surprised seeing there. He's a mayor and he's with Trump. Undertaker, I was mostly shocked with. Kane, not so much. Not so much Kane. But yeah, this is crazy, guys. This is what they got going on here. This is what they're doing here. This is how they booking the whole thing. They got Undertaker, Kane, and Trump. I know that for the next several weeks, guys, on TikTok, they're gonna be showing a lot of these clips, a lot of stuff going on to see who's gonna vote for who's gonna vote for what. So expect to see that in the next upcoming weeks for the election coming up. So I would not be shocked to see how they're gonna play this whole thing out, how it's gonna go. Because you know, Hulk Hogan had said something a few weeks ago with Kamala Harris. Bautista made a statement. Now we got Kane and Undertaker with Trump. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what the next move is going to be. Because Trump wants his second run at being president. But that is current news going on with that situation there. But yeah, this is very interesting, though. Very, very interesting to see how this is going to go. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting to see what the next. But they're using these stars, as you guys can see, to get your votes. They're clearly doing that. You can't tell me no other way how they doing that. They're clearly using that. That's fine. They do what they got to do, and they're making sure that everything works. Now there haven't been nothing else about it. I think there's been other ones, but he is definitely Trump is definitely doing everything he can to do that. You know, but there was some more to the article. There was definitely some more to this article, guys, and I will read that right now. Let's see what else Donald Trump had to say about this whole tagging Kane and Undertaker to be involved in his whole presidential election as he's going up against Kamala Harris. Let's see what else Donald Trump had to say regarding this whole thing because he has some more to say, and we're gonna read more about this as well. We'll see what his whole what else does he feel towards this whole thing. Let's see. It says right here, according to Donald Trump, says the 78-year-old Trump. It says here that he will reportedly be interviewed by the Undertaker this week after agreeing to appear as a guest on 6 Feet Under podcast. So for those who follow 6 Feet Under podcast, Donald Trump will be on that show. That's going to be very interesting. Trump is ramping up as much media coverage as possible ahead of next month's election when he will battle out with Harris for top White House job. The former president, who doubled down on getting on Kamala's race this week, has a long history with WWE. I said earlier, after featuring at several shows in his close relationship with co-founder Vince McMahon. He even played a key role back in storyline at WrestleMania 23 back in 2007, getting the better of McMahon in the Battle of the Billionaires contest, which led to the ex-WWE chief having his head shaved. Wrestling great Hulk Hogan also appeared at Republican National Convention over the summer to endorse him. So clearly the wrestling legends and the whole, maybe even the IWC, they probably will back, well, maybe not the whole IWC, but a good majority of them will back up Trump in this whole case. I could very well see that happening as they got going on. So Donald Trump's gonna be on 6 feet under. That's going to be very, very interesting to say the least. We gotta see what's going to happen next when that does go down with Donald Trump and Undertaker. I want to see what he's going to say in that interview. I'm very, very interested to see how that's going to work out. Very interested to see. I think it's going to be interesting though. I'm going to tune into Undertaker's interview. I want to see what Donald Trump has to say, and maybe even do a reaction to it. Maybe not. We're definitely going to tap into that and see how that's going to go for the Undertaker and having Donald Trump on the show. That's going to be something very, very That's gonna be unforgettable. So I would love to see how that's gonna go. I would love to see how interesting it's gonna be. What Donald Trump gonna say? Who's he gonna talk about? Who's he not gonna talk about? That's gonna be fun though, guys. Very fun. Because I'm thinking he had a lot of interesting people on his podcast, and Donald Trump will be one of the most interesting people to have on his podcast. I will say that as well. But I wonder if Donald Trump's gonna give very political answers like this. For example.
Spoken and spun like a true politician. I mean,
Will he do that? Will he have political answers? Will he have truthful answers? But you know it's gonna be political. We already know that much. Definitely gonna be political of how the whole thing's gonna be set up with Donald Trump being on Undertaker's podcast. So that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be what, next Monday. So he will be on Undertaker's show. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a full 2 hours. I'm pretty sure we get a lot of viewerships, a lot of statements he's going to say. But I can't wait to see that happen, though, guys. I cannot wait. Can't wait to see that. All right, guys, that's all we have regarding Undertaker and Kane appearing TikTok with Donald Trump. That's the news regarding that. You guys already know what it is. It's OUT.